Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm bringing you an update story out of Texas. So if you remember, I did a video on the white supremacist terrorist cop that killed a child. So it says experts says that convicting ex-officer and teen's death will be tough. And I think we already know that because these white supremacist terrorist cops get away with murdering children all of the time. They go around killing unarmed black men and women, and they just seem to get away with it. It seems like not only are they getting a free pass, but it seems that they're being rewarded for their behaviors with other caucasoids starting GoFundMe pages for these murderers, and so they're getting thousands upon thousands of dollars for their terrorist behaviors, and they're not really seeking any consequences, which is very bothersome, and it's setting this trend that it is not only okay to murder black people, but it's rewarded. So it says authorities who charged a white suburban Dallas police officer with murder in a black teenager's death face a tough task of getting a conviction, as few of these cases go to trial. And when they do, juries remain reluctant to second guess an officer's decision to use deadly force, legal experts said on Saturday. Roy Oliver is free on bond after being charged Friday in the death of a 15-year-old Jordan Edwards. Investigators say Oliver shot into a car of the teenagers leaving an unruly party on April 29th, killing Edwards. Oliver was fired by the Blanche Spring Police Department 3 days after the shooting. Phil Steinson, a criminal justice professor at Bowling Green State University in Ohio, said data he'd collected since 2005 on police shootings show officers rarely are charged in deadly shootings. It's even rarer for an officer to be convicted, according to his data. From his research, Steinson estimates that fatal shootings by U.S. police officers who were on duty occurred about 1,000 times a year. But since 2005, only 81 officers have been charged with murder or manslaughter, resulting in an on-duty shooting, he said. Of these 81 cases, there have been only 30 convictions. 31 cases has no convictions, and 20 are still pending. In recent years, many police shootings have been captured on videos taken by officers' body cameras or witnesses' cell phones. But Steinson said such evidence still doesn't guarantee a conviction. He points to the 2015 shooting of South Carolina of a black motorist, Walter Scott, by Officer Michael Slanger. A cell phone video captured Slanger shooting Scott 5 times in the back as an unarmed 50-year-old man ran away during a traffic stop. In December, a mistrial was declared in Slanger's murder trial after jurors couldn't reach a verdict. Slanger pleaded guilty on Tuesday to a federal charge of volunteering Scott's civil rights, or of violating Scott's civil rights. I'm sorry. For some reason, I am like exhaustedly tired. So he got off after shooting this unarmed 50-year-old black man in the back and taking his life. This officer got off with a violation of the man's civil rights. So you took someone's life. Anyways, Attorneys for Oliver didn't immediately return calls or emails seeking comment on Saturday. Oliver's mother, Linda, has told KXAS-TV her son is a man of strong character. He just murdered a child, but he's a man of strong character. What character? The character of a terrorist, yes, he is. Edwards' family issued a statement late Friday saying Oliver's arrest on the murder charge bring hope that the justice system will ban against the overwhelming weight of our frustration. A private funeral service for Edward has been held on Saturday. Blanche Spring police originally said that the vehicle Edward was a passenger in was reversing in an aggressive manner towards the officer who had responded to a complaint about underage drinking. But police chief Jonathan Hayward later said the video taken on the scene proved that the vehicle was actually driving away. Oliver opened fire on the teenager's car with a rifle. The bullets shattered the front passenger side window and fatally struck Edwards. The warrant issued on Friday for Oliver's arrest was based on evidence that suggested Oliver introduced to intruded to cause serious bodily injury and committed an act of clearly dangerous to human life that caused the death, said the Dallas County Sheriff Department, which is investigating the shooting along with the Dallas County District Attorney's Office. Records show that Oliver was briefly suspended in 2013 following a complaint about his conduct while serving as a witness to a drunken driving case. Philip Helderts, a Houston criminal defense attorney and former federal prosecutor, said the issue of race will be in the back of everyone's minds going forward in this case, but whether it's brought up in the trial will be up to the judge. The fact authorities moved as rapidly as they have indicted, confident in their case, and they may believe that they will be able to prevail in the murder charges, because in a situation like this, it's very unusual to have changing decisions so soon after the shooting. So I'm going to try. I think there was a video.
We're following another big story out of Texas. A police officer there turning himself in, charged with murdering a 15-year-old while on duty. The officer allegedly fired his rifle at a car full of teenagers, killing this honor student. ABC's Eva Pilgrim picks up the story.
Tonight, a Texas police officer facing murder charges for killing a 15-year-old honor student. The officer now out of jail after posting bond.
A charge is great, but it's been 47 years since the state of Texas had a conviction for murder of a law enforcement officer.
So what they're saying is that this officer is not going to be charged.
The family's in it for the long haul.
Those charges coming just hours before the family of Jordan Edwards buried the football standout. His two brothers, witnesses to the shooting.
They're struggling through terrors. They're struggling through anger. They're struggling through disappointment.
Officer Roy Oliver fired after authorities say body camera video showed him firing a rifle into a car full of teens, leaving a large house party last Saturday night. That body camera video dispelling the officer's original story that the teens were aggressively backing up.
There's no way to describe the range of emotions that all of us have felt.
Tonight, ABC News learning Officer Oliver, who served in the Army for 6 years, joined the police force in 2011. In 2013, he was reprimanded after admitting to being angry and aggressive while testifying in court during a DWI case, later required to take anger management training. But in his most recent employee evaluation this past January, supervisors said Officer Oliver exceeded expectations. We have reached out to the officer's attorney. We have not gotten any response. He faces up to life in prison if convicted.
So this terrorist will still have his life. That's the thing. That's the thing that it's upsetting for me. They're telling you already, they're laying this foundation to let you know that this terrorist is not going to be put in jail. This terrorist will not pay for his crimes, and that's just how it is. And it's disgusting. And until these terrorist behaviors are matched with consequences that are equal to the damage that they've done, nothing is going to change. Okay, I don't know how many times I have to say this. If an action is met with no consequence, okay, and in fact met with positive consequences, with GoFundMe pages with money up to hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then you get a paid vacation. Those are the consequences to your terrorist actions. They will never end. We are only going to see more and more and more of this. And I say this with great sadness in my heart, but we are going to see more and more terrorist attacks like this onto the Black community, because we're not giving out any consequences. And you need to look at the justice system. You need to look at, even when you're raising a child, every situation is made where there is a consequence. Okay, if you go and rob a bank and you get away with it, you're gonna do it again. It's just common sense. You're gonna keep doing it because you're getting a positive consequence. You're getting money. You're getting away with it. You're not getting you're not going to jail. If you're not getting a consequence, you're going to keep robbing the bank because you're getting positive reinforcements. We are not giving these terrorists a negative reinforcements that is equal to the terrorist action that they've committed. And until we start doing that, we're going to constantly see the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, and it's only going to continue to get worse. You see that this is becoming a epidemic of terrorist attacks and murderous attacks towards our children. Okay, this is not just something that's happening once or twice a year. It's an epidemic, and it's happening over and over again. Okay, and I'll tell you again before ending this video, is until these terrorist attacks are met with equal or greater consequence, they will continue to happen. Okay, you cannot pray this away. It's not working, and I don't understand what needs to happen before we realize that it isn't working. You cannot pray the terrorism away. It's not happening. Okay, in order for this to end, there needs to be a greater consequence. Okay, greater than the terrorist act. There needs to be a consequence, a negative consequence that meets those officers that are meeting these terrorists. Okay, these terrorist attacks are going to continue until there is a consequence greater faced. So that's what needs to happen. I will continue to follow this story and see how it pans out. If this terrorist gets a conviction and he goes to jail for the murderous action that he did. Okay, he is a terrorist. He murdered a child. I need to see a punishment that meets that action. And I will keep you guys updated on this story as it unfolds. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think needs to happen. What do you guys need to see happen to this terrorist in order for justice to prevail? Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys, and I will see you guys on the next video.